Hi, my name is Joe Stack, and I'm from Mankato, Minnesota. The reason why I'm talking here today is to talk about Dr. Stuckey and what he's done for me. A little over 2 years ago, I laid down in bed and everything started spinning on me. It got to a point that I was physically ill from it. Went to my regular physician. He said it should go away in a couple days. Well, a couple days later it got worse. And I had a fear that I had a tumor somewhere. Tried to get a neurologist, and being a shortage of those in the state of Minnesota, I ended up coming all the way up to northern Minnesota and got seen by a neurologist there, who in turn brought in a specialist from the University of Minnesota because they hadn't seen anything like it. I basically had no balance, couldn't stand, my whole body went into gyrations. And I started being very sensitive to smells and noises. Well, it turned out I didn't, after a bunch of tests, spinals, etc. Turned out I didn't have any tumors, which is a good thing, but they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. So the next thing you know, I went test after test after test. 2 years later, hundreds of thousands of dollars later in medical bills, they came down with, Joe, you have chronic fatigue syndrome, and you have some inner ear problem, and we're not sure what it is. Well, I would get a little bit better after going through therapy, relearning how to walk and stay afloat, and I'd try doing things and I just couldn't do it. I'd be exhausted, I'd sleep for days upon days. I think my record was staying in bed almost 2 full weeks. Just no sleep would help me. Well, one of my friends came across Dr. Stuckey's ad in the paper and for a seminar, and he said, you know what, not only is the guy good looking, because he looks a lot like you, but this sounds like something that you have. So I took the time, I drove 90 miles away to attend the seminar. I attended, and what he said sounded like he may be able to help me, or at least he'd be able to tell me if he could help me. And so I went to the first appointment. He took x-rays of me, did some tests, and came back 2 days later, and he said, this is what I think's wrong with you. Your right cerebellum's off and left part of your brain's not firing, and I think I can help. Well, very first session I had, I went home after the session, and I got out of the car, and I said, something's not right. Something's not feeling the way it's supposed to. And then it clicked. Before his first session, and I may be a fast healer, I'm not sure. Before his first session, every time I walked, it was like the background was going up and down, like I was running. Well, that was gone. And that was really weird. And then I noticed something else. I didn't feel physically sick. Now, you have to understand this. For 2 years, I felt like throwing up every single day. Best I could describe is morning sickness. That's what it felt like I had. That was gone. So now I've been to 10 sessions, I believe. The balance issue is completely gone. I don't feel off balance at all, off-centered. I have no problems driving anymore. And for 2 years I was driving off and on. Shouldn't have been driving. I didn't realize how bad it had gotten. Now with the chronic fatigue, through the first 10 sessions, this unfortunately for me isn't as fast as the other heal has been, but I've noticed that I've stayed awake throughout the day now. I'm not taking naps. I've been able to sit through some meetings, and that would last maybe 5 hours, between going to church and a session after that. And towards the end, I have been getting groggy, but before these sessions, I would get sick or tired during the service, within an hour of having to pay attention. So it's greatly increased that. I know I have more sessions to go, and I believe that I'm on the road to recovery, and hopefully by the end of it, I can say hi again and tell you I'm all better.